back in Gene 2. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Justin. Welcome to the tour. Hello, Tina. Welcome to Paris. Hello, Beth. Hello, welcome back, Samara. Hello, Peter from Brisbane. Hello, Mark. Hello, Debbie. Welcome to the tour. Hello, Noel. Hello, Leslie and Patricia. Bonjour à tous. Welcome to all of you. Hello, Johanna and Helene. Thank you, Janice. Thanks for the support. The tour is about to start pretty soon. So thank you, Darlene. Thanks, Darlene and Rich. Thank you. Thanks for the support. And welcome to all of you. The tour is now officially starting. So welcome. This is Florent. And I didn't have the time to say hello to all of you, but welcome. Welcome to Paris. Bienvenue à Paris. I am today back for the highlights of Paris, and today we are going off the beaten tracks. We are going away from the most visited part of Paris, but we are going to visit one of the most popular gardens of Paris, le Jardin des Buttes Chaumont. We will start seeing the 19th district mayor's house that is just outside, and then I will explore the garden and will tell you more, and you will see why it's such a popular garden. And it's not very warm, it's not cold, but it's like spring is here. Look at the flowers behind me. So welcome to the tour. Like for the highlights of Paris, I will publish a few documents, so it's better to leave the chat open, and I will show you a map where we are, and let's start to explore. So one more time, welcome to all of you, and let's start the tour. So we are in the heart of the 19th district. We are even in the center of the 19th district since we have the mayor's house. So I'm going to show you on the map where we are. We are right there. Look on the map. You can see we are in the northeast of Paris. We are in the northeast of Paris, and the 19th district, is a part that was added to Paris in 1860 when 20 villages around the city of Paris were added to the city. And that's why they decided 3 years later to um, open a garden, because we were in a poor district. And I will tell you why it was not really safe for the hygiene here. It was not such a nice place. Former stone quarries, a place for a huge place for the garden. They decided to turn it into a beautiful garden. You will see that's about the garden of the Butte Chaumont just behind me. In front of you, you can see that the 20 districts of Paris have their own, like city hall, we can say, or like we should say district hall, and that's the one of the 19th district right there. It was built between 1876 and 1878, and it's a pretty beautiful one. And we can see, we are going to turn around. We are going to enter the garden of Les Buttes Chaumont, and I will tell you how difficult it was to transform a land that was not very beautiful into a lovely garden. So let's enter le jardin. Let's re-enter the jardin. Let me show you around. You see, since you are following my tours, we see in Paris it's mostly buildings like this, 6, 7 floors building, Haussmannian buildings. I will take you, after we visit the garden, I will take you to a secret place, a real hidden gem that even a lot of Parisians don't know. It is named La Butte Bergère, the hill Bergère. And on that hill, you will see it's like we are not in Paris. It's like we are away from Paris, because we will find a lot of houses. So I wanted you to see the buildings that you find all over Paris, so you will be able to make a comparison with the place I'm taking you to. So Parc des Buttes Chaumont, if you wonder how you write it, Butte But means a small hill, and it opened in 1867. So Chaumont, what does it mean? Chaumont comes from two words in French, Chauvemont. Chauve means bald, mont means mount. So it's the mount, that the hill that you see in front of you. Imagine nothing could grow on it because of the chemical composition of the soil. So there was no trees at all. So they called the place the Chauvemont, like the bald mount, a mount without any tree. I am going to show you the map of the garden, which is 25 hectares. That makes 61 acres. That's the fifth largest garden in Paris. So you can see you have a beautiful garden, pretty big, and we are going to see this part because this part is actually what you can see in front of us. Imagine the place like more than 150 years ago. It was a place with no trees, no flowers, nothing. Nothing. It was a place. Let me show you. I'm going to post you a document how it used to be a long time ago. You will see two pictures of the place before 1867. Can you compare? Do you like the comparison? As you can see, there was nothing. Nothing, and even a place that was not very good for the health. It was used as a huge place for the garbage. This was used as a place where the people would cut the carcasses of the horses, and it was said that the smell of the place was so strong that sometimes, depending on the wind, the whole city of Paris was smelling the terrible smell of this place. So remember, in 1860, the area is added to Paris, and we have Haussmann, the Baron Haussmann, who rebuilt 25% of Paris. He decided to open here a garden. So I'm going to show you a portrait of Baron Haussmann. You see the portrait of the Baron Haussmann, and you see the a famous painting that I'm posting right now. You can see Napoleon III, the ruler of France at the time, giving orders to Baron Haussmann to make a renewal of Paris, to make Paris a safer city, to make Paris a modern city. And the idea was to build new buildings, replacing the narrow streets. There, he was asked to make large avenues, sewers, public lighting, planting trees, basically to make Paris a more, more beautiful city. Remember, with Osman, it's not about modernizing the city. There is also the notion of embellishment. You had to embellish the city. And that's exactly what is happening here, changing an old place that was very dirty, where nothing would grow, into a beautiful, beautiful garden. So they decided to transform the place in 1863, and it took more than 4 years before the garden opened to the public. The garden opened to the public in 1867 during the World Fair that was in Paris at the time, and it was from the very beginning a very popular place. It was a popular place, but you can see that is still a popular place. The locals really enjoyed the garden. You should see it in the summer. It's totally packed. And look, we are in March. The weather is pretty nice. It's not very warm, but it's still very, very busy. So one of the most popular garden in Paris. So everything that you see is artificial. Everything is artificial. They had to move, and it took 2 years just to prepare the land. They had to move thousands of kilograms of soil so they could plant something here. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Becky and Linda. Thanks for the support. So what you see now was the hill, 50 meters high, 50 meters high hill, and on the top you will see there is like a temple. They wanted to embellish the place. They built a temple looking like the temple of Tivoli in Italy, like a Roman temple, and this is what you have at the top. So the people that you see at the top are not supposed to be here because the access is forbidden. But actually, um, I will explain why the place is closed at the moment. And this is due to the fact that, remember, it was a stone quarry. So I have a picture to show you about the stone quarry. This one. Thank you, Maureen. Thanks for the support. Thank you, Sarah. So it was a stone quarry for gypsum, and with the gypsum, gypsum, when you heat it, it becomes plaster. It became plaster. The plaster was used in Paris and also in the United States. Yes, the plaster of Paris was used and sent already in the 1700s, and it is even said that the plaster of the 19th district helped to build the White House in Washington, D.C. So if you wonder where the plaster from the White House is coming from, you know now it's coming from this area. So thank you, Marianne. Thank you, Gail. Thanks for the support. Thank you, Greg. So yes, the plaster of Paris had a very good reputation, and you have a lot of streets around this area that remind us of the activity of the stone quarries. And the Cuvier, a scientist who invented the paleontology, used to study the fossils that were found in the stone quarries in the 19th district, in the 19th district, and in the 19th century, in the 19th district, but also in Montmartre. So we are in front of the 50 meters high hill that was covered. Ah, oh non, mais tu peux dire bonjour. Hi. Mathilde, the sister of Niklos, a friend of mine. Merci, à bientôt. Second time she sees me during a tour. So you see, bonne journée. Oh, you have a big smile. It's a friend. The sister of a good friend, but she's a friend too. So, surprise, surprise, you are in Paris. And, well, I'm from Paris. So sometimes I meet people I know. And, well, we are now going to see a bridge, the bridge bringing to the hill. Hello, Suzanne. But the hill is closed to the public. Why? Because it is made of gypsum. And they covered the gypsum with concrete. So what you see is concrete. They covered the cliffs, we can say, with concrete. However, there is some water infiltration, and that destroys the gypsum. And then the trees that you see, their roots, their roots are going into small holes and make some portions, some parts of the cliff, like destroyed, like exactly what is happening there. Let me show you. You can really see, that's concrete, and you can see at some point it's gone. And as it might be dangerous, they closed the access to the beautiful temple. Remember, the temple is a copy of a temple in next to Rome. So I don't know if you asked any questions because the chat is going to very fast. So Yes, Linda, there were some people who climbed it, uh, but it's totally not normal. But they do what they want. Personally, I would not take the risk because there is a barrier and I don't want to fall. So you see the flowers. We are the spring is coming. So this garden, they made an artificial lake. They made an artificial cave, and they, as I said, had to bring a lot of uh, a lot of concrete, a lot of soil to make it look like it's totally natural. So usually, you have an access over there from the bridge. Do you find it beautiful? Oh, if you want to take a nice postcard, I'm going to stop. Do you find this garden beautiful? Yes? Oh, yes. And trust me, we are off the beaten tracks. Like, it's really that's off the touristic tracks. Really, you are seeing the Paris of the Parisians. So it's not a river, it's a lake. It's an artificial lake. So I just saw the question. And we are going to climb. We are going to climb this together. Let's see. Let's go. I will show you the artificial cave because we have a cave. We have a Roman temple. We have a cave. We have trees. We have hills. We have flowers. It's a very beautiful place. So the someone asked why the water is brown. It's because it's must be full of leaves, and when they they are getting rotten in the water. So let's see. So it's not very nice here because of all these barriers, but I want to show you the the cave. Thank you, Margot. Thank you, Tamari. So maybe they wanted to be alone, and I'm just disturbing them. Yes, I think they wanted to be alone. Well, too bad. Too bad. I'm here. And look at the artificial cave. Oh, it's a shame that you even have fake stalactites and you have a net. Huh? So normally you also have water. Everything that you see, thank you, Lou. Everything that you see is totally artificial, but it was to make you like you are in the middle of the nature. So there is another cave. Thank you, Marcia. Thanks for the support. You can see there's a cave, but I guess some parts were falling, so now you have a net. You have a net, and it is to protect. So we are now going to climb the hill together, and welcome to those of you who just arrived. This is Flo, live from the 19th district in the northeast of Paris. Thank you, Glenda. Thanks for the support. So now comes a difficult part because I am going to climb. I'm going to climb the hill. So 4 years to transform this from a terrible place with nothing into one of the most beautiful gardens of Paris. So now starts the physical part, the climbing. So gardens are a garden. Dogs are allowed in the gardens. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Trudy. Thanks for the support. Thank you, Mitzi. Yes, Doreen, it's true. My job keeps me in good shape. I'm walking every day, and I like that. You know, I studied law. I have a master degree at law and a double degree in French and American and English law. I could work in a firm, could work in an office, but trust me, I prefer my profession today much more than what I was doing before. But yes, I have a university degree also in English, so it was a double degree, law and English. So I'm happy it gave me a good level in English, and it's always good to know what you can do and can't do. But yes, law was not a passion for me. Paris was a passion for me, and all my friends used to tell me, Florent, you should be a guide. Uh, the woman we saw, Mathilde, her brother is a very good friend, and he was one of the first to tell me, Florent, you should be a guide. And I started in June 2015, and I'm loving it. So let's continue to explore. So Catherine, I am still in the boxes. I am packing. So yes, I'm moving out to a new apartment, and it will happen on the 14th of March, next Tuesday. And I think many of you have been moving out from one place to the other. It's really amazing what we can accumulate in years and years and years and years. And so now I'm in the boxes of books, like dozens of boxes. I have like two 2,000 books, and well, you know, it takes some time. So yes, first moving 14th Tuesday, and the next one 21st. So we are going to climb. You can see the view now. Do you like the view also from here? I have climbed. Thank you, John and Colette. Thanks for the support. So I wanted to take you to the temple, but the temple is closed. Oh, look, a tiny dog. Look, this little dog. Oh, so cute. Il a quel âge? 7 months. So look, you are can see you can see that's the entrance of the bridge to go to this temple, but we cannot go. So as I explained, they are now making surveys to see the infiltration. So it's exactly what they are showing here. There is infiltration of the water, and the part is falling. So that's why all this area is under prospection. I don't know if we can say that in English too. They are making geological inspections to see what should be fixed. Like the concrete, and to avoid the infiltration, because it can be a danger for the people. So you see, we are in winter. So in winter, some parts of the gardens are not open, like this part. It's like to preserve the lawn. But if you come back here in the summer, you have like hundreds of people, hundreds of people here. So now we're arriving. I'm happy because I'm almost to the top, so I don't have to climb. Maybe you can hear in my voice that it's a physical, but uh, it's okay. So let me show you. You see, let me turn around. I will show you. I will show you the garden from here. Look at these beautiful trees. Isn't it a beautiful place? I hope you like it. It's the first time on Hago, I can tell you. First time on Hago that I am filming this place, which, as I said, is off the beaten touristic tracks, but very popular amongst Parisians. You don't have only Parisians, you have a few visitors. When you already know the monuments and you want to see some more, and people explore the other districts of Paris. But that's really the goal of these tours, is to show you parts of Paris. Look at the view. It's not the most. Oh, look! I have a surprise for you towards the end of the tour. But look at this. Do you recognize it? Thank you, Zahara. Do you recognize what we have in the background? Yes, you recognize the Sacred Heart of Paris. but I will have another view for you. Haha. So let me pan and show you the view. We started the tour. We started the tour just over there. Remember the city hall, the mayor's house I was showing? I was right there. So all of this, I climbed all of this. So Karen is asking if the highest point here is lower than Sacred Heart. We have one of the highest point of Paris, not far, but the Sacred Heart on the top of the hill of Montmartre is 50 centimeter higher. 50 centimeters, that is to say, half a meter higher. So Montmartre is definitely the highest point in Paris, but around here, they are just half a meter down. So the hill of Montmartre is 128.5 meters above the sea level. And the city of Paris is on average 22 meters above the sea level. That means that the hill of Montmartre is like on average 100 meters higher than the rest of Paris. So let's continue. Let's continue and explore. So yes, when you because when you live in Paris, you don't have a garden, except if you live in a house. But houses in Paris are rare, and who says rare are expensive. So when you want, to exercise, or you're going to the gardens of Paris, and really this one, as I said, Napoleon III wanted that this poorer district, because the 19th district, is in the east of Paris. And in Europe, very often the poorer districts are in the east. I explained it in other tours, but like in the 19th century, you had many factories in the city and around the city. And in Western Europe, the wind is coming from the west, is coming from the Atlantic. So it's coming from the west to the east. So the smoke of the factories would go to the eastern part of the cities. That's why in London, in Berlin, in Paris, and many other cities, often the part in the east were the poorer part, the poorest part of the city. So the idea was really that even the poor people living in the east of Paris would have an access to the nature, and the idea was to make like a garden, like you are in the Alps. Thank you, Natalie. Thanks for the support. So let's continue. And soon we will be leaving. I mean, soon. In a few minutes, we will be leaving Les Buttes Chaumont. Thank you, CJE. And let's go to the left. We will have a nice view over there. So you should see this garden in the spring, or in the summer. It's packed. It's packed, and but it's packed, not packed, I would say, but it's busy all year because, as I said, you don't have so many green space. Paris, for example, is 10 times smaller than London. It's only, uh, you know, 6 miles per 7, 8 miles, like 12 kilometers per 9 kilometers, and we don't have so many big gardens like this one. So that's really the idea, to bring some greenery, some plants and nature to the Parisian, even if, remember, everything in this garden is artificial. There was nothing here before 1863. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, Beverly. So I just saw a question. Yes, Eliza, they have a lot of flowers in the summer. Thank you, Carla. Thanks for the support. So you see, it continues on the left. You also have a popular a bar with a nice terrace. It's in the other part of the garden over there, named Le Rosa Bonheur. And Rosa Bonheur is very popular, especially in the summer. Yes, Jalil, it's a quiet place. It's peaceful here. It's very quiet. But I will take you soon to another part that is even more quiet. The name of the park, Deborah, is Parc des Buttes Chaumont. Buttes Chaumont. So you will see other building. Thank you, Joanne. Thanks for the support. Exactly, Howard. Rosa Bonheur, the paintress who painted Le Marché aux Chevaux, which is in the United States. Thank you, Betsy. Thanks for the support. So let's continue. I'm showing you another part. Thank you, Angela. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, both of you, for your support. Thank you very much. And soon, pretty soon, we are going to leave this place so we can see a real hidden gem. Thank you, Susan. Yes, you see, like Donna, it's like natural fencing made with tree branch, but it's concrete. It looks like it's fake. And as I said, everything is artificial here, but it's fake trees. It's are made of concrete. Yes, Trudy, Rosa Bonheur painted animals. She was an excellent painter. Rosa Bonheur, you know, in the 19th century, is the first woman who received the Legion of Honor, the highest medal you can get. She was the richest artist. Imagine, the richest artist in the second half of the 19th century was a woman, and you didn't have so many women painting, but she was so good. And I'm very happy because when I'm guiding in the Orsay Museum, there was a painting that was gone for like a year that I really like, and that is back. So I really like Rosa Bonheur. Very, very good artist. Thank you, Darren. Thank you, Beth. And very, yeah, really, she was actually more famous in Europe and in the United States than in France. She was very popular. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Sandy. Oh yes, Richard. Yes, it's one of your favorite painting in the Met. Yes, she was an excellent paintress, especially for animals. So we are about to leave now. We're going to leave Le Parc des Buttes Chaumont. Yes, Kate, I will show you some of her work. But just you can, if you want to see more about Rosa Bonheur, it's Rosa Rosa, and then her family name Bonheur, and that's funny because Bonheur means happiness in French. In English, Bonheur, Bonheur, Rosa Bonheur, and exactly, Mitzi, that's the one with the oxen plugging in Musée d'Orsay. That's this one that I really, really like. Thank you, Susan. Thanks for the support. So an excellent artist, Rosa Bonheur. So let me show you. We are about to leave Les Buttes Chaumont. I like the contrast between, you know, the city and the nature. And I hope that you enjoyed the tour in the garden. Thank you, Audrey. Thank you, Laura. We are now going to explore a hidden gem, a real hidden gem. All right, let's go back to the noise. Let's go back to the city. So now that's an hospital. It's the Rothschild, the Foundation Rothschild Hospital. Thank you, Elaine. Thank you, Wendy. Thanks for the support. And let's continue. And I wish to invite you next week for the last tour of the series, The Highlights of Paris, because yes, we will be already in the 20th district, and that will be the last tour of the series. I will take you to the district where I have been living for more than 12 years. I will even start the tour exactly where I was living. Thank you, Anne. Then you will explore the 20th district with me, and then I will take you to the most visited cemetery in the world, in Père Lachaise. And that's funny because Père Lachaise and the garden we just visited have the same number of visitors, 3 million per year. Thank you, Jean. Thank you, Mary Jane. So now, where are we going? We are going to a secret place. We are going to a secret place because the hill, the Bergère Hill, butte bergère, butte means like a small hill or a hillock. Thank you, Joey and Anne. Thank you, Lee. You cannot see the hill where we are. And you know what? because you need to use some secret passages. You know the secret passages we need to go to that hill is right in front of us. Do you see it? Hello, Lee and Maribeth. Maribeth, thank you, Lee and Maribeth. The secret access is just over there. You will see, huh? You won't see any more buildings like this. I'm taking you to a village, but no pain, no gain. Before arriving to La Butte Bergère, you have to climb this. Look at that. I will climb because that's the secret access to the Butte Bergère. This stairs is taking you to the streets that you can see. So let's climb. No pain, no gain, as we say. Yes, perfect for a good exercise. Oh, he saw me and he left. He said, "Oh no, Florent is coming. I have to leave. Sorry, Florent, but no, it's not possible that we cross each other." So the runner left. And yes, Florent is arriving. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry. So yeah, it's you. I'm not talking now because, well, I don't know how many steps you have here, but now we are arriving as if we were in the suburbs of Paris in a very quiet location, no traffic whatsoever. Oh, so look at the stairs I just climbed. Oh, it makes a nice picture actually. I don't know if you find it nice, but I like it. My photographer's eye is speaking now. So let's explore cobblestones on the floor. Jalil, we are not in Montmartre, but like in Montmartre, you have some secret parts with houses. Like I said, and that's why I was pointing the buildings when the tour started to see the usual buildings in Paris. Now you are in a place that even many Parisians don't know, La Butte Bergère. Thank you, Jessica. Thanks for the support. Oh yes, Jalil, it's like Montmartre, but the stairs here you just have a few, and but in Montmartre they are very high too. But then you arrive in a very quiet place. Look at this cute little house. Remember, you are in Paris, and this place is a sought after place. It's pretty rare that a house is going to be sold in this district, and very quickly, people buy it. No negotiation, because it's so rare to look. You just hear the seagulls. Can you hear the seagulls? That's the only sound you hear here. That's it. You are in Paris, but it's like you are totally away from Paris. So one more time, it's a first on Hego that we filmed the Butte Bergère on a live tour. So first for me, filming here with you and for you. I hope that you're enjoying this quiet little hidden gem. Diane is asking if it's a safe neighborhood. Some part of the 19th district are not very safe in some parts, but where we are normally it is. But some parts of the 19th district can be, it's yes, like in every big cities, you have a few streets. Well, thank you, Jenny. Look at this cute. Thank you very much. Look at this cute little house. So I had read that if you find houses here, it's because that's the place where the engineers who were working to build the Butte Chaumont Park, where we were, that's the place they used to live. on the hill. So that's why you can find houses from the 19th century here. 19th century. Thank you, Ian. Thank you, Yael. Thanks for the support. And if you are not yet my friend on Facebook, don't hesitate to add me. I will accept your request. My name is Paris with space Flo, FLO. Paris with Flo, FLO. Thank you, Louis. Yes, but it's better not to ask the price. So look, so you will see, there are some nice views. So really not much traffic here. I remember when I took my first lesson to learn how to drive, the teacher brought me here to, to learn how to start the car when you are on a steep hill. So that's where it is where one of the first place I've been driving in my life. Thank you, Diane. Thanks for the support. So let's continue. So a very sought after place, very, very quiet. And I have soon a surprise for you. So the garden is closed, but over there you have vineyards. So how do I do that? Let me climb. Let me climb. Oops. Over there you can see vineyards in Paris. So MB, yes, I have a car. I don't use it very often, but it's very practical when I want to go in the weekends, on holiday, or when I want to move out. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Jill. Thanks for the support. Let me show you this very peaceful garden close to the public. There was a designer architect house here, but there were some problems, so they had to destroy it. And yes, Sandy, they make wine like in Montmartre. By the way, I'm talking about Montmartre. Let me show you. Let me show you the Butte Bergère one more time. The very quiet. Oh, look at the house they have over there. I can tell you these guys have a nice view. I know that because I will turn around soon and you will see the view. But it's a mix between house of the 19th century and more like a designer's house. So let's see. So you see, the garden. Each house, each owner is given 1 square meter in this garden. Can you imagine? They are given 1 square meter, and then they can grow. They can grow. They can grow plants. And I'm going to be careful. But look, you're in the heart of Paris. Do you feel you are in Paris when you see that? Isn't it like we are away, like in the suburbs? Or thank you, Liz. And do you hear the noise? No noise. No noise at all. So now we are about to see the cherry on top of the tour. It's like the couple here is actually taking advantage because let me show it to you now. One of the je vais me mettre devant. One of the best view on the hill of Montmartre. Welcome to the top of the Bergère Hill, and I hope you like the view. You have vineyards, you have the Sacred Heart of Montmartre, and you have seen the highlights of the 19th district from the beautiful garden of Les Buttes Chaumont to the spectacular view of the Sacred Heart of Montmartre from the hill Bergère, one of the most secret places in Paris that I had the pleasure to show you for the first time. And I hope that you enjoyed the tour. It was a pleasure to take you really off the beaten tracks today so you can see Paris of the Parisian and some secret parts like this one. Have you seen many people here? No, I can tell you, many Parisians don't know this place. So thank you very much for staying until now. I really hope that